two Nigerian guys who live in Ghana has been talking rubbish about Nigeria.
Man, what did they really do this Ghana? When they talk say Ghana, this guy, you need to be Ghana. And Ghana be like Dubai.
They always look down on Nigeria, compare Ghana to Nigeria. I want these Nigerians live in Ghana should understand. You cannot use Ghana to compare Nigeria. It's the same way.
The biggest fallacy of the 21st century is that Ghana is better than Nigeria. And I don't know how Ghanaians, as shallow as they are, manage to convince so many Nigerians that Ghana is better than Nigeria. How?
It is people like this that I can assure you that majority of Nigerians suffer from imbecility. It is people like this. You know, this is an evidence to the stipulation I'd made for a very long time. I've given evidences, including write-ups that were made by psychiatrists that came and conducted a research in Nigeria, stating emphatically that 3 out of 4 Nigerians suffer from mental disorder. And that is clear.
Hello guys, how are you all doing? Nigerians and Ghanaians. Guys, so you all remember, for those of you who watched my video yesterday, I posted a video of how Nigerians are seeking for justice over the Liberian guy that was killed in Ghana by some group of Ghanaians. And I posted this video. A Ghanaian came in my comment section and said it is not them that killed that Liberian guy, that the government should check Nigerians. Nigerians are the one. They started blaming Nigerians for the death of that guy. Can you imagine? Nigerians were so angry. Nigerians started insulting him. Are you okay? Why would you blame us for something we don't know anything about? All right, let's also talk about Nigerians in Ghana. This Nigerian guy this Ghanaian is actually a Ghanaian guy who lives in Italy. He's talking about how Nigerians living in Ghana are always talking down on their country, are always insulting their country. It is not only Nigerians who are living in Ghana, even Nigerians living in Nigerians living in Nigeria, their best content, if you know ACA, this guy does not say any good thing about his country. At one point you'll be doubting he's Igbo. At one point you'll be doubting, I don't know if he's Igbo or Yoruba. I'm sure it's Igbo or Yoruba, either of that. You'll be doubting if this guy is truly in Nigeria or Ghana. He says according to statistics, 3 out of 4 Nigerians are suffering from mental illness. Can you imagine? Because this Nigerian guy says he doesn't even understand how Ghanaians manage to talk to Nigerians that Ghana is better than them, and this guy started insulting Nigerians. How dare you say Nigeria is better than Ghana? Are you okay? You guys are suffering from mental deformity. Can you imagine Nigerians insulting his own country? Hey, what is really wrong with some of these Nigerians, guys? What is really wrong with some of you Nigerians? Guys, if you're new to my channel, you have to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Please watch this video.
Where you cannot use Nigeria to compare Ghana, because this is 2 countries with different people.
I wish I'm a Ghanaian.
Let me give you an example. I live in Germany, and in countries like Italy or Spain, what Germany have, they don't have. That doesn't mean that those 2 countries is not good. It's the same way what Nigeria have, Ghana don't have. It's because of you are living in Ghana. That is why you think Ghana is better than Nigeria. The way Nigerians have problem in their country is the same way Ghanaians also have problem in their own country. The way you see
Imbecility, in case you don't know. It is people like this. Now this guy opened his mouth and spoke against Ghana. He said that the biggest delusion is in thinking that Ghana is anywhere near Nigeria. And here are his points. Some of the few points he actually mentioned. He spoke about Nigerian artists going around the world making millions while Ghanaians are busy complaining. That's number 1. Number 2, he spoke about the Nigerian banks operating in Ghana. The Nigerian banks operating in Ghana. Number 3, he stated that aside Accra and Kumasi, there is no other state that is developed in Ghana more than his state, Anambra State. Take note, this guy is from Anambra. This fool is from Anambra. Take note. Now he stated emphatically that Ghanaians have 24 hours power supply but do not produce anything. Then he spoke about the Ghanaian Act established that had given rise to their criminality. Criminality. A Nigerian opened his mouth and talked about criminality. If anybody, I want to plead with this, if anybody please knows this guy's page, send my video to him. I want to establish a verbal war with him. And anybody that you know is a Nigerian content creator that dares to raise his mouth against Ghanaians, just tag him to me. Please tag that video to me. I'll listen to it and let me start sending wars to them. What to tell them? It's not a problem. You know, in responding to this, you know, in criminology, when a person makes a statement, first of all, before you respond to the person, you must have to assess the person. That's what we have to do. We must have to assess the person in a bit to understanding whether this person is eligible or ineligible to be responded to. We must first have to assess the person. That's what I do. Now, in assessing this person, when you look at him, first of all, let me not start. It's a natural thing when we say that Nigerians mostly look like criminals, because in their looks they have deformity. And this time around, I'm not talking about deformity in his mouth, just like the other person that had a criminal escapade and his mouth was destroyed owing to his criminal activity, and he came to give us the impression that it was an accident, whereas it was a criminal escapade that moved his mouth that way. He needs a surgery. Now continuing, when you take a good look at this person, you don't have to take a good look at this person. You see that this person is outrightly deformed, looking dirty in all his appearances, eyes red like he smokes weed, like fire is popping out of his eye, and he finds it so hard. You know, one thing that is very, very peculiar with these people, they find it so hard to express themselves in English. And that is why I've always stated this, and I have always established this stipulation and stand to be corrected, that English language may not be a test of intelligence. But you see, English language, when a person embraces English language, that is a signal and evidence in proving that this person has a lower measure of criminality. Your ability to grasp English language tells a whole lot about your criminality level. It so means that if you find it really hard to express yourself in English language, you have a criminal tendency. It is only criminal tendency that tends to down-tune your ability to grasp English language. I'm telling you the truth without a shadow of doubt. I'm telling you. So when you look at this guy, you find that, listen to that video, you find out that he finds it so difficult to express himself English-wise. A person from Anambra State spoke about criminality. Anambra State, where the hallmark of criminality is. You see all this criminality that you see Nigerians purporting in every other part of the world.
See Ghana and you think Ghana is a good country. We Ghanaians don't see it like that. If you come to Europe and you go to any country, there's more Ghanaians more than Nigerians. That means that if the country is good as you think or as you claim, Ghanaians will not leave Ghana to come to Europe. The reason why you think Ghana is better than Nigeria is because you are a foreigner. As a foreigner living in Ghana, Ghanaians will pamper you and hold you like a head. To be honest, I wish to be Nigerian instead of Ghana. If you know the kind of hatred Ghanaians have for each other, you will prefer staying in Nigeria instead of going to Ghana. All the things that you people have been talking about Ghana has this, Ghana has that. Where has it taken Ghana to? But all the bad leadership you people claim that you have in Nigeria, all the hard leadership, Nigeria is still moving forward a way better than Ghana that have everything that you claim. Not only Nigeria that have scammers. In Ghana, we have scammers too. If you talk about hookup girls, not only Nigeria that have hookup. If you come to Ghana, we have Ghanaians who also are doing hookup. There's not any bad thing that you see in Nigeria that you don't see in Ghana. There's not any bad thing you see in Ghana you don't see in Nigeria. So at the end of the day, I don't want you people to see as Ghana is the most perfect country in Africa. Since I've been in Europe, I've never seen any Europe country compare themselves to each other like the way Ghana and Nigerians are doing. They just like compare two people with each other. Everybody have their own personality. They cannot do things the same. They're just like Ghana and Nigeria. Even sister and brother that come from the same blood, they don't have the same character. Everybody have their own character. So how do you expect Nigeria to be like Ghana or Ghana should be like Nigeria? It's impossible. I am a Ghanaian living in Germany. No matter be the case, I can never choose Germany over my country. Even though I know what Germany have, Ghana don't have, still, it's still my country. So if you come to Ghana and you think that Ghana is better than Nigeria, bro, watch your back. You people have to stop comparing Ghana and Nigeria with each other because Ghana and Nigeria, they are not the same side. You know, you people live in Ghana, maybe you are trying to find a way to win the heart of Ghanaians, but that's not the way you have to go about it. If something happens in Ghana now, you go back to your country, which is Nigeria. That is where you belong. No matter how you want to publish Ghana, let people look that Ghana is better than Nigeria. Ghanaians can never accept you as one of them. I'm telling you the fact.
They are people from the Igbo tribe, mainly from Anambra State. Now let me start addressing this guy. You have artists that make money all around the world, but their preference of stay and relaxation is in Ghana, not in your Nigeria. How shameless can you be? How shameless can you be? These people suffer from a high level of imbecility and Down syndrome, clearly. Now you want to talk about banks from Nigeria. Do banks in Nigeria, is it the evidence of a developed society? Banks in Nigeria, is that the evidence of a developed society? Because we don't see anybody that dares come to Nigeria. Nobody cares come to Nigeria. And as a matter of fact, a lot of banks that were created or are owned or proprietary by Nigerians are moving to other parts of African countries because of their safety. A lot of them are running away because of their safety. So what are you saying? You're talking about development in Accra and Kumasi. What is development? What is development other than security and peace? What is development? No, every state in Nigeria is developed as is stated. But every Nigerian is running away from that developed state. Every Nigerian, except you don't have an opportunity to japa, except you don't have an opportunity to migrate, except you don't have the money to migrate. Once you have the money or the opportunity to migrate, everyone is leaving. I work in a hospital. Go and look at all doctors, all bankers. Everyone is leaving. Everyone is relocating. The developed society, indeed. Now look at this very psychological warfare. You talk about 24 hours supply, 24 hours electrical supply, but they don't produce anything. First of all, has Nigeria been able to establish 24-hour power supply? Let us start from establishing 24-hour power supply before we talk about production. Because when it comes to production, look at it, it's so disdainful when a Nigerian opens his mouth to talk to people about production. Nigeria is the highest consuming nation in the whole world, and they are the least productive nation in the whole world. Nigeria produces nothing. Then they sandwiched it with criminality. They sandwiched it with corruption. And a Nigerian, someone from Anambra State, the den of criminals, opened his mouth. The den of money ritualists, the den of kidnappers, opened his mouth to tell people about criminality. Anambra State, people that their criminality is so high that it gives them this difficulty in pronouncing things very properly. They have problems with pronouncing R and L properly. That is how much criminality had smeared into their body. And someone from Anambra would open his mouth to call other countries criminal-minded. Achieve 24 hours, in fact, achieve 12-hour power supply without a blink. And let's see whether you're closer to Ghana. At least let us measure you up on a little bit with Ghana. Anyways, like I stated, before we respond to these people, I'm actually aggravated. Before you respond to these people, you have to look at their faces. When an ugly-looking man opens his mouth to really express himself, you should understand that he's just mad at the world. His criminality is clearly expressing everywhere. His criminality is clearly expressing. It's a facial construct that evidences criminality. Ugliness is a facial construct that evidences criminality. Inability to speak.
See, the way Nigerians insult their country, I hardly see, even if Ghanaians are disagreeing to a certain level about their country, but you will never see them insulting their country because of Nigerians. But Nigerians will insult their country because of Ghana, will insult their country because of South Africa. I don't know why Nigeria is very different. I don't know why your content creators are very different. Are they doing this because they want support from this country or what? Even if you live in a country, you can live in a country and you choose not to talk about that country, and you choose to be talking about your country. You get, if you don't want to say any negative thing about the country you live in, you can choose not to talk about the country. I am talking about Nigeria. It doesn't mean that I live in Nigeria. I talk about Ghana. It doesn't mean that I live in Ghana. I talk about South Africa. It doesn't mean that I live in South Africa. Stop talking down on your country. It is better for a foreigner to open a YouTube channel and start talking down on Nigeria, start talking down on Ghana. But it looks crazy for a Nigerian to open a YouTube channel or a TikTok page or a Facebook page and start insulting their country. That same country you have your family. That same country you're there. Do you mean to tell me that you'll never go back to that country even if you live in Ghana? Going back to that country, how will you feel after all the videos you'll be dropping about, the nonsense video you'll be dropping about your country? I'm not here to tell Nigerians not to talk about anything. I'm here to tell Nigerians, let me the way you insult your country. Even if you want to do content, I can insult Nigeria. I'm not in Nigeria. But you Nigerian insulting your country is out of, it doesn't make sense. I can insult Ghana. I'm not a Ghanaian. But you Ghanaians insulting your country, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, guys. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your comments. See you guys. Bye.